Sometimes I am more a blithering idiot than other times, and today is just coincidentally one of those times where I am more a blithering idiot than normally. I've been trying to get Test Drive Unlimited to record for the past half hour, probably, only to discover that in OBS, my game capture software, yes, OBS is my game capture software, but my game capture scene was just turned off, so I was just recording black screens and trying to figure out what the reason was for that, but that happened, and I figured it out after half an hour of messing about, and messing about is what you're gonna see a lot of in this game as well. But yeah, welcome to Test Drive Unlimited 2. This... Stuart, you prick! This is my, probably my favorite racing game of all time. And no, it is not necessarily the greatest racing game of all time. I really love Colin McRae 2005, for example. That feels so much nicer. This game, the driving and stuff doesn't feel particularly nice, but this is the game that I think I've played most of in my... Okay. I will happily admit that was largely my fault. Yeah, this is most certainly the game I have played the most of, in terms of racing games, at least. It all started with Test Drive Unlimited 1. Uh-oh. Yep, there we go. All good. I'm playing with a controller, which I'm not quite used to. I usually play with a steering wheel, but that thing makes the sound of death. So for videos, that is not quite quite optimal. I actually did use my steering wheel. It's a Logitech Momo for a... oh man, driving and talking at the same time is difficult. I don't have a driver's license, so I'm not used to doing stuff like this. So, yeah, but I did use my steering wheel for a Euro Truck Simulator video before the summer of 2018. Ooh, flickering textures. That is interesting. We need to turn off here. But that game is kind of slow, and the pace is not particularly high, so for that game I can use my steering wheel because it doesn't sound too much like death, because I don't have to use it too much. But for this, where I have to be very twitchy and that sort of thing, as I just demonstrated... yeah, the sound of death in your ears constantly would not be particularly pleasant. Turn around here. Nice. Let's pretend that I made that corner properly. And yeah, so my driving, my Test Drive Unlimited experience started with a game called Test Drive Unlimited 1. A torrented version of Test Drive Unlimited 1. And I played this around the time that I was 14, 15, maybe. I'm currently 22, just for reference. And I love that game so much, and I put so many hours into that game, to the degree that my dad, for a short while, thought I had a gaming addiction, before gaming addiction was qualified as an actual diagnosable disorder. Very fun indeed, but yeah, all good. But gaming addiction I had not. I just loved Test Drive Unlimited 1 so much that I played a lot of it till 11 at night, which for my 15-ish-year-old self was quite late. Good, we're gonna do a championship.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Solar Crown. What the? Okay. Today, we meet up with the Wilder brothers in the middle of their training session, just before the beginning of this new competition of Solar Crown.
Woo! I hope no one's hurt! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! This time we're ready! Victory will be ours!
Victory will definitely not be theirs, but I just wanted to show you a little bit of that cutscene, just to, you know, show you how cringy the acting and the animations are. This game came out in 2012 or 11, I think, and it has not aged very well at all. This is a shame. It's a lot of time trials. I'm not a big fan of time trials. Change vehicle, because unfortunately I can't do this championship with my Subaru Impreza, even though I love that car. That car is so overkill for the class it's in this game. It's such fun. But yeah, I have a Hummer H3, which I'm not a huge fan of. It's slow and sluggish, but all of the SUVs in this game feel very slow and sluggish, so it's fine, I guess. It is tuned a bit, so the acceleration and top speed and braking are a little bit better than it is stock, but it is hardly noticeable when you're actually driving. What was I chatting about before, though? Oh yeah, Test Drive Unlimited 1. I played so much of that, and I spent many a evening till 11 at night playing Test Drive Unlimited 1. Test Drive Unlimited 1 was exclusively set on Hawaii, on one of the bigger islands of Hawaii, which was a great place to just drive around on. I think it was actually to scale. Not very detailed, obviously, but I think the roads were the proper distances and that sort of thing. Correct me if I'm wrong. And I think the same goes for this game, except for this game, Test Drive Unlimited 2. Ah! Right, I'm not gonna win this time challenge. For this game, you start on Ibiza instead of on Hawaii, but later on, you unlock Hawaii as well and brake. Yeah, this is it's a very interesting thing. When I race with... Oh, we're exactly on par. When I race with people who haven't raced before, they always genuinely ask me if I use my brakes. And the answer is yes, obviously, you do use your brakes. Do you use your brakes when you're driving normally? Yes, you do. So when you're driving a bit faster, you definitely use your brakes. See, there we go. We've made good time already. And there we go. We have almost finished our first event. Almost there. Ooh, going slightly off-road, which, considering we are off-road, is appropriate, I guess. There we go. Finished and won our first event. Let's do that to the rest of the events as well. Oh, yeah. Oh, my character looks so dopey. On to time trial number 2, and this time we're at the complete opposite side of the island. The landscape across the island will look slightly different everywhere you go, which is very nicely done, I think. And there you can see already 1 second 40 ahead of the pack. And coming back at the Ibiza Hawaii thing, I have already unlocked Hawaii in this game, but I haven't gone there yet, so I think that makes for a very nice goal with this video. Down to second gear, there we go. I'm not shifting manually, but I can keep an eye on what the gears are doing in the bottom right corner. But yeah, I haven't gone to Hawaii yet, so I think what we might do is finish this championship, save up a little bit of money, buy a new car. I'm not entirely sure what yet. Maybe something angry and American. And then have a bit of a cruise around Hawaii to finish the episode off, just to have an explore of the other island together. And on to the next race we go. Again, a time trial. These are a little bit dull. If you do the tarmac based... See, that wobbling there was a bit weird. But yeah, if you have a tarmac championship, so like either a classics championship or just a standard road championship, you get a lot more variety. Ooh, I'm a little bit behind. That's interesting. You get a lot more variety in your types of events. So you get speed trap events and elimination events and that sort of thing. So they are a little bit more fun to do. I don't know why they did. Oh, that's gonna fail miserably. All right, did decently. There is no real damage to cars in the game. There's a tiny bit of cosmetic damage, but sorry, had to look behind me there. I don't know why. Oh, very slippery, but I made it with a little bit of a lead. Yeah, but there's no real damage, so no problems there whatsoever. I don't know why I keep looking behind myself. It's not very useful. That was a shortcut that I wasn't supposed to take. It's fine. Oh, and we are in the lead still. I made a large error and hit a fence, so now I'm like 3 seconds behind, and I don't think I'm gonna manage to catch up those 3 seconds. So we'll have to make up for that in the next few races. Let's see. Where do we land? Third. Third is okay. And so we start our 4th and last time trial. After this, it's just the 2 normal races that we have left. Right, on to the actual, slightly more fun races. Onwards. Okay, this guy next to me, who's overtaking me right there. He is my my rival that I need to beat. Not so much in this championship, although I do need to become first. But when you do become first in the in a specific championship where you have a certain rival, like I have here, Ryan Wilder in his Volkswagen Touareg, you get a rival challenge, and then you can win his car when you win the rival challenge, which is kind of cool. I'm not a fan of the fact that it says Ryan, but I quite like the flames on the side of his thing. Oh, you are pushing me, Ryan. That is not fair. There you go, you asshole. I'm still in first. So yeah, what my plan for that is, because I will most likely beat him if I'm not doing too terribly, is I'm gonna keep his car, because his car is definitely a bit faster than mine. I bought this one second-hand, which there actually is a second-hand car dealer in this game, which is kind of fun. So if you are looking for just any old car that will do the job, you can just have a look around there, because he always has relevant cars for the championships you're about to do. So I was about to do my first off-road championship, sorry. Oh wow, that's sticking around for a bit. Is it still there? Yeah, I think it's still there. Oh, there we go. Lost it. So yeah, I bought this at a second-hand store, which it's perfectly fine. It was actually pre-tuned at the second-hand store, so it was only good for me to buy it there. But what I'm intending to do is beat Ryan Wilder, and keep his car and sell this Hummer, because again, I'm not a big fan of the Hummer. Realistically, I could sell his car too, because I won't need it anymore. But depending on how much the Hummer sells for, I can use that extra bit of money to buy a nicer car that we can go and have an explore of Ibiza, no, not Ibiza, the other one, Hawaii with. So yeah, I think that is a decent plan. Also, this is a very fast course. There is not a lot of technique going into this. I am just flooring it, and this is a very wide and somewhat flat road as well. I was gonna say that it was flat and then it dipped down there, so not quite flat, but not very windy. So yeah, looks like this is gonna be an easy win, and an easy win it was. And off we trot. First of the 3 laps we have to do, and again, his car is faster, so he's gonna overtake me on launch, but I'll pass him in the corners. It's gonna be fine. I said this game looked pretty. Of course, that has to be taken with a slight grain of salt, because it's an old game. It's a game from 2012-ish, like I said earlier. So it's pretty for a game from 2012. It's not aged super well, but if you look past that, like, just look at this. Look at the view. It's really quite nice. It's just that if you look at the details, like here on the side of this mountain, there is nothing growing there. It's pit naked. So, yeah, pretty, but with a slightly aged grain of salt to it. And there we go, first lap. 2 more to go. And across the line.
Stop playing around. Come and race me in a duel if you have the guts. If you win, I'll hand over my car.
And I don't have to hand over mine if I lose. I'm gonna take that challenge any day. All right, here we go.
I am gonna break you.
That was it? That was your whole threat? Trust me, he is not gonna break me. We'll be perfectly okay. Okay, let us do this. I mean, again, he'll accelerate faster than me. He's faster off the line, but we have 11 checkpoints to catch up with him. I think we'll do fine there. Brake, drift slightly, take the inner corner. Fuck you, Ryan! Oh, and look at this. As per video game standard, the biome changes immediately without any smooth transition at all. Very good indeed. Yeah, but now we're in a sort of beachy area, a bit drier, nicer, different trees, more needly trees, I guess. And I really need to pay attention to where I'm driving, because I did not take that corner efficiently at all. But this is a relatively simple race once again. So very wide street, and or street road, I guess, gravel road path. I'm not sure what you'd call this. Definitely not a street. And with a lead of about 9 seconds, I'm gonna say thank you for your car, Ryan. Oh, and we get to drive it right away as well. sounds very different than my Hummer, which makes sense, I suppose. I have no idea how good the sounds in this game are or how accurate. I know that the sound quality of everything in this game is not super high, especially the speech doesn't sound stupidly nice. But yeah, the car sounds are alright, I guess. I just don't know how accurate they are. But all my favorite car sound in this game has to be the Bugatti Veyron. Let's pop over to the supercar vendor and have a test drive in a Bugatti Veyron, because they are absolutely incredible. Ah, the supercar section with a really weird SUV. Spyker, actually, is a Dutch brand, so a bit of my country's representation up in this game. Very nice indeed. Yeah, let's, if we're gonna test drive anyway, let's walk past all of these slow bastards and take this one. The Super Sport. So nice. Okay, let's test drive that. Oh, that beautiful low sound. And then spoiler comes up in the back there. Ooh, and it's so fast. It is so stupidly fast. Oh, this is amazing. But this car, unfortunately, it costs $3 million. So we're not gonna drive this for longer than about 2 minutes today, sadly, because I am not even close to having $3 million. Additionally, this car is DLC, and the servers of this game are closed, so I'm currently playing on an offline account. I do have an Atari account, because yes, this game was published by Atari, which I found quite interesting when I discovered that first. Didn't know that they still made games. But yeah. The servers are closed, so I can't access the DLC I bought at the time anymore. Oh yeah, that's the thing you can do. You can play with the warning lights. You have a horn, obviously. Whoa! That was quite the jump. Fuck me. Did not see that coming. Bit too fast, I guess. If you do that at... whoa! Don't go off the road at 300 kilometers an hour. It's fine. It's fine. Oh yes, we're driving in kilometers, because I'm not a maniac. Metric system all the way. Yeah, there is this trick where you can buy your DLC cars in offline games, but it's annoying that my DLC, my pre-bought stuff, is not available anymore. Actually, I can just briefly show you that trick. If you walk over to this lady over here, or to wherever you can reach her there, these cars that are not marked in blue are not DLC, but these guys are. So the Sport Sang Bleu and the Centenaire, possibly, and the Super Sport are DLC, but you can still get them if you press A on a non-DLC car, so select that really quickly and then mash the go down button, because there is a bit of leeway between confirming your purchase and then going to the customization screen, which is kind of nice, so that way you can get your DLC cars still. So that's a bit of a nice exploit. But what's a slight bit unfortunate is that the motorcycles in this game, because yes, there are motorcycles and they are as shit as you might think they are. Still fun to drive though. But they are all in a separate store and they're all DLC, so that trick doesn't work on the motorcycles, sadly. Oh yeah, I was wondering what kind of car I was driving. I'm driving Ryan's Stupidmobile. Uh-oh, that is police. And yes, there are police chases in this game. Let us not engage in one. Oh, Jesus. That is quite a lot of money. How much better is that than my Hummer? Oh, Jesus. That is a lot better than my Hummer. I'm not surprised my Hummer didn't accelerate very well. What about speed? Speed is better. Braking is better. The Volkswagen is better anyway than my Hummer. And I think I have quite a lot of money to work with here, so I'm not too worried about selling my Hummer and not having enough money to buy a new nice muscle car with or something. Let us sell that. Can we sell something else? We can sell the Lancia, but that was my first car in the game and I kind of like this. I don't think I'm gonna need my Volkswagen Golf anymore. I'm definitely gonna keep my Subaru Impreza because that car is amazing and I still need to drive championships with it. But yeah, so let's do it like this and gain 60,000 US dollars. And that is more like it. I have always had something of a feeling for Ford Shelbys, Ford Mustang Shelbys. I don't know why, but they just look so angry and they look so cool. And yeah, it's a bit of a childhood thing, I think, because they're like the most basic modern supercar that you can think. Well, actually, the cars over there, like the normal Ford Mustang and your Chevrolets over there, they're more basic. This is a bit faster and stuff. But yeah, this is the most typical muscle car that you can think of, possibly. But yeah, this is a DLC car. So let's employ our little trick. And not a Chevrolet Camaro. Yeah, the Ford Mustang. So let's click on the normal Ford Mustang GT and mash our down button. And there we are. In the right screen. Also, this car is really not that expensive, which is very good indeed. Interior, there's not a lot of customization choices.
Here are the keys to your new car.
Thank you for the keys, my dear. I will enjoy it, but not on this island. So, yes, let us head to the airport and go to Hawaii.
Welcome to paradise for surfers and for drivers. Yep, it's also paradise for beautiful cars. Come on, I'll be cool. I'll let you drive my new car.
Okay, aside from the terrible acting, apparently I get to drive a Pagani Zonda now. Ooh, that's a bit slippery. Okay, let's retry that. Let's get the camera in order so I can actually see what I'm doing. Ooh, that sounds lovely. Ooh, that's kind of fun. I did not see this coming, but yeah, have a look around. This is a much different landscape from, let's do a bit of an illegal move here. A much different landscape from Ibiza. So they really did put in the effort of making both islands feel really distinct. And ooh, that is a hidden car piece. So I'm gonna take his new Pagani Zonda off-road. Have a scout for a wrecked car, because there are there we go. There are wrecked cars on the island, and if you gather 10 of them, you get a restored version of that car. And as we can see, this is a what is this? A Citroen CV2 or something like that. So we can actually drive around a CV2 at some point when we have gathered all of these wrecked cars. Unfortunately, the cars that you can find are generally shit. On the other island there is a Volkswagen Beetle. And I think there's a buggy as well that you can put together. That one's actually really good for off-road stuff, just having fun off-road. I don't think there's any races you can do with it, but kind of fun to have nonetheless. But, yeah, so there's a lot of stuff to do in this game outside of just racing, and it's just such a good game for exploring because it's a really nice open world game just to drive around in. Are you kidding me? You're gonna make me take his Pagani Zonda off-road? Oh, I feel bad for this car. I feel truly sorry for this car at this point. And I think we're roughly there. Yes. So let's do a last little accelerate. Ooh, that was quite nice. Is this my house?
Okay, it's not the most luxurious housing, but I don't doubt for an instant that you'll quickly win a lot of money to buy yourself a beautiful home. I'll let you take a tour of the house. We'll meet up later at the racing school.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I already have 3 houses on Ibiza. Although this is really cool. Really simple, but I would genuinely not mind living here. That's kind of cool. Okay, so let's grab our Shelby. Go to the garage. Is our Shelby here? Nope, we left that on Ibiza. Fucking hell. There we go. We just shipped it over overnight. Thank God. Okay, so where should we have a drive to? Ooh, I know a place. Let's check the map. Hawaii is a lot bigger than Ibiza, so there's a lot more to explore. Among which, this racetrack. I think we should make that our final goal for this video, to finish a lap on the racetrack. But let's see, GPS target. How far is that? How far is that? Oh my God. Do we at least get to go over the highway? Pick up some speed? I really do hope so. How far is that away? Let's see. 52 kilometers. And don't forget, That is 52 actual kilometers. So, let's do a bit of a speed up, and I'll be back with you once I've done 52 kilometers.
Turn left.
I mean, in this tempo, 52 kilometers is going to take a while. I wonder how fast Ford Shelbys actually are, because I'm doing about 270 kilometers an hour, almost, 269. And, I wonder how accurate that is. I feel like that might be quite on point, actually. Uh-oh, is this going to end well? No! Come on, out of the way with you. Corner. Yep, perfectly fine. Thank you. That went okay. So, yeah, top speed of this car is about 270 kilometers an hour. And oh yeah, we just passed a police car. The police cars on this island look different, so that's a little detail that they thought of putting in as well, which is kind of nice. Okay, done 20 kilometers so far. 30 left to go. This is truly a very, very long drive. Oh, 15 kilometers left, and in the distance some harbory stuff is popping up. I was not paying attention there whatsoever. Yeah, we're getting into the city side of things, the slightly more populated areas of Hawaii. And I also noticed that it's not just the police cars that are more American, I suppose, than the cars on Ibiza. It's all traffic, really. There are... Ooh, I was not paying attention again. Try to avoid the trees. Thank you. Very good indeed. Ooh, 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 yeah. So what I can't do with this car is just hold my throttle down as I can with my slightly more European or Asian style cars. They are a little bit easier to control than this one. This one will definitely spin out. But yeah, I've seen limousines and that sort of ridiculous stuff. More pickup trucks. Sorry, dude. Yeah, so it's not just the police cars that are more American. It is literally all traffic that they've changed for this island. Ooh, that is very cool. Plane flying overhead, which means that we're getting close to the airport here. And the airport, or one... it's okay. And yeah, the airport, or at least one of them, is close to where the circuit is. So that is where we're going. Which, yeah, good sign. Means we're almost sort of there. 12 kilometers away. I'd say that's almost compared to the 50 we actually had to do this trip. And with exactly 10 kilometers on the clock, I got another warning for a car wreck somewhere. Ooh. There it is. Oh, yes, I remember. Speaking of Shelbys, or driving a Shelby, you can unlock one of these guys. What are they called again? Oh man, I can't remember what they're called, but they're one of my favorite sort of looking cars in the world. They are so amazing. Oh, how Raceway, that is where we're going. And look, limousine. Can't get much more American than that. Lovely. Yeah, but we're almost there. Apparently these pedestrian cars are just gonna drive onto the road. Onto the raceway here. Yeah, we made it. Okay, so I don't know what these clowns are doing on the circuit, but let's see if we can find a... I don't think we can really find a start-finish line. But I remember playing this in Test Drive Unlimited 1, and I loved this circuit so much. Actually, I hadn't unlocked it yet. You had to unlock it properly at the time. But there was this glitch where you could jump over a flower pot on the outside of the circuit and then get access to the circuit without having unlocked it. Very sneaky indeed. But I think we're going to treat this stretch as the starting straight. We can use that little building over there on the right side as our start-finish line, I guess. So 3, 2, 1, onwards. And without wheel spin, we are off the line. Very good start. Let's see. I think the circuit is about 5 kilometers long, and we can drive relatively fast in here. I don't remember this circuit at all, though. And there are now these idiots, these pedestrian idiots driving around that have no business here. And it's slightly annoying that they're on the circuit in the first place. But yeah, let's see. There's another plane in the distance. Ooh, slightly off track. Let's not spin out. That was a nice corner. Onwards, take the inside to the outside. Going strong. Okay, brake in time. Steer. Oh, no, 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 no. too happy on the gas there. That was not good. And around this corner. I think here we can just floor it. No. Oh, we definitely could not floor it. This is a long straight though. I remember this being a very long straight. And that was such a shame. I thought we could floor it through that corner. I think genuinely if you have a car with more grip than this one, and you take that line a little bit smoother than what I just did, you can genuinely floor it through that corner. At least that's what I remember. Then again, the last time I played this game was in 2012. So it's been a while to say the least. Now brake. And nice. Bit wide, but maybe that could be a good setup for this corner. Bit slow. But at least I could make a good line through there. Bit too much in the middle, not a very good line through that one, but almost back onto the main straight. And there's someone turning onto the circuit. Stuart Wintery, what are you doing, my friend? You prick. Well, that was largely my fault, and I massively murdered his Bugatti Veyron across the line. And ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it for this little long feeling episode of Test Drive Unlimited 2. I recorded for about 2 hours. That is why it feels a bit long. And the 50-kilometer drive also definitely did it a little bit. But yeah, I really enjoyed playing this, and I'm gonna keep playing this to hopefully to completion. At least until I can buy and drive around a Bugatti Veyron myself here. Really enjoyed this. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to randomly push some of the positive buttons down below. And I will see you in the next one. Ciao! There we go. Floored it through that corner. Oh man, I had to keep doing this until I went through that corner. I knew that I could do it. Nice.